Guys, I'm Katie. I want to start off my weight loss journey by introducing myself and just talking a little bit about my background. My starting weight is, I'm not going to tell you that, but I will tell you how much weight I lose as I lose weight every single week, hopefully. My goal at first, because initially you do lose weight pretty quickly, so I'm setting a pretty lofty goal for myself. I would like to lose 90 pounds in 3 months, and that's 30 pounds a month, which to a lot of you are probably thinking, oh my gosh, that's just impossible. Maybe 30 pounds the first month, but not the second and third. And you're probably right, but I thought, you know what? If you're going to start something, just aim high. If I only lose 8 pounds a month, then that's fine. I won't cry about it. I'll still be 24 pounds smaller than I was when I began. So that's good. Any progress is good progress. I'm setting a calorie intake for myself of 1,400 calories a day to start off with. What I'm going to do is weigh myself once a week. So basically, on the week that I'm losing less than what I would like to lose, which is 2 pounds, if I'm losing less than 2 pounds, eating 1,400 calories a day, then that means I need to change something, reduce the calorie intake or the composition of what I eat, or increase exercise. So that's basically the signal to me that my body's telling me, hey, look, you need to make a change. So that you can continue on making progress. One method I am using is calorie banking. So basically, if you have a day during the week, you know you're going to eat more than 1,400 calories. What you do is you just eat less calories on the other days, because it is about calories in, calories out. You are going to hear me saying that a lot. I'm all about realistic dieting. Calorie banking is not a new concept. It's not my intellectual property. I don't know who exactly, but I'm sure other people and companies like Weight Watchers and whatnot have similar concepts. So I'm just kind of taking that and sort of running with it and doing my own thing, because I think it's a smart idea. Um, sometimes it's hard to just stick on a certain number of calories every day, but we still want to maintain control of what we're eating and not binge eat or go completely out of control. And again, I am going to reiterate this multiple times throughout my journey. I'm all about realistic dieting, because realistic dieting is what's going to get us through get us all through this journey. So we need to be realistic when it comes to our expectations, and realistic when it comes to just our what we're capable of doing. I do feel like the weight loss industry is huge. It's making a ton of money. And if you don't know a lot about advertising and marketing, they advertising and marketing wants us to feel anxious. They want us to feel uncomfortable so that we'll buy their products. We won't feel complete or adequate, or like we're accomplishing what we need to accomplish without their products. So they do cause us a certain amount of anxiety. They're meant to. And the diet industry especially wants to cause us a lot of anxiety, and when it comes to weight loss, so that we believe that we can't lose weight without their pills and their exercise equipment and their gym memberships and their gym clothes and all these things. We have to have them. So weight loss, I feel, has been actually overhyped, and losing weight has become the holy grail of at least American culture. I can't speak for other cultures that I'm not a part of, but in American culture, definitely losing weight is the holy grail. It's almost impossible to do, and we can't do it without all this help. And in reality, it's not the hardest thing that we're ever going to do. Some people disagree, but I believe that it is not going to be the hardest thing that I will ever have to do in my whole life. I believe there's harder, more difficult things that I will have to go through in my life, that I have gone through in my life. But the industry wants me to believe, like they want everyone to believe, that it's going to be hard for me to do it. So, like getting up out of bed for most average people and walking to the bathroom is relatively simple, right? You can do that. A lot of people would say, yeah, I can get out of bed and walk a short distance to my bathroom. Well, let's say there's an entire multi-million dollar, even more than that, advertising marketing industry that tells you you can't just get up out of bed and walk to your bathroom that easily. It's going to be really hard, like impossible, absolutely impossible. You just are never going to be able to do it unless you buy one of their products that will help you get up out of bed and walk that short distance to your bathroom. Now, most of you would think that's ridiculous. I don't need a product to help me get out of bed and walk to my bathroom. So, it's the same thing with weight loss. It really is. You have to change your mindset, the way you look at it, etc. People gain weight, they lose weight. It's nothing to beat yourself up over. It's biology. We have the capacity to be born naturally. We have the capacity to die. Our bodies know how to be born and they know how to die naturally. Um, Similar to that, our bodies know how to lose weight and they know how to gain weight. So it naturally, we just do. So it's not something that is impossible that our bodies just can't do or don't know how, or, our bodies don't know how to do. Our bodies know how to do it. They know how to lose weight, gain weight, etc. So we need to just listen to our bodies. And we also need to relax and stop letting the industry make us feel so nervous and so anxious and so unhappy with ourselves that we are pushed to spend more money and subscribe to just ridiculous ideologies regarding fitness. So that's my realistic take on that concept. I'm telling you that because I've been overweight, off and on. Then as a kid, went through an awkward phase between 10 and 12, was made fun of by kids and lost weight and was really thin at about 12. Had an eating disorder between 12 and 17, got really thin. Then switched to binge eating and just then kind of got pretty healthy, ate normally, quote unquote normally, until I got pregnant with my first son. And then I used pregnancy as an excuse to eat whatever I wanted. And I did. I did exercise. That was one good thing that I did. But I did eat kind of whatever I wanted. And I put on 20 extra pounds, 25 extra pounds that I couldn't lose after my first son was born. My second son was born. I added probably an extra 10, 15 pounds, 10 to 20 pounds to my weight, which was already 25, 30 pounds above what I had started. And then I got pregnant with my daughter. All three of those pregnancies, I did exercise. I will give myself props for that with my daughter. I literally made sure that I ate a certain way, and I actually didn't gain any weight with her really at all. But when I had her, I was about 70, by the time I had her, 70 pounds over what I had been when I got pregnant with my first son. And then I got, I'll just say below 200, a couple pounds below 200 after she was born, trying to exercise and get back into shape. But of course, that didn't last either. So I went through hell, went through a domestic violence situation. Not that any of these are excuses to not take care of yourself, because you need to take care of yourself even more when you're going through those types of stressful situations. But I just was not in a head space. I didn't have the headspace to do that. So I sort of just continued on, eating whatever. My ex made me feel really terrible about myself and unattractive and not accepted. And And then I was also surrounded by very negative people who also sent me that message, who were my friends, quote unquote, that I didn't look good, I needed to lose weight, they were better than me because they were thin. So I got rid of my ex and I got rid of those friends and negative people. And now I have positive people in my life and a positive partner. So thank God for that. But it has taken me time to really get in that headspace to lose weight. Everybody hits their rock bottom, whether it's smoking, substance abuse, whatever it is that might be destroying them in their lives. It's your choice. Nobody can tell you anything. People telling you you're a drunk, telling you you're a junkie, telling you you're fat, it never really does any good. Because if it did, then everybody would not be a junkie, not be a drunk, and not be overweight. If that's really all it took, was just somebody calling you a name, then nobody would have that problem, because we've all been called these different things. So it takes more than that. And for the people out there who are calling everyone those names, it's not helping. So quit doing it. It's not helping any of us. So it's more complex, and to a certain extent, you need to back off and let the person make the choice for themselves. It may be hard for you to watch, but you can't have codependent relationships. So you need to let that person hit their personal rock bottom and work their way up. And maybe in the process, you can help them reframe the way they think about themselves and life and others around them, because it's complex, but that's the best way to help people. You're helping them reframe their reality, the way they think about themselves, the way they think about other people, and the way they think about their surroundings and their life, because that's what's going to get people to truly change and want to change. So it is hard, but it's not the hardest thing that I will ever do, or I think anybody will ever do. So I'm ready to just start this journey. I'm chill about it. I'm not worried. You're gonna see me eating some things, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, that's not keto, or that's not vegetarian, or that's not Weight Watchers, and that's not low calorie. Oh, what's going on? She should be exercising for like 2 hours a day." I'm telling you right now that I am not going to be exercising for 2 hours a day. My joints hurt, my body hurts. Really, it's painful to exercise. So I'm going to start off with stretches and ab work. Reason why I want to do ab work is because your core is the strongest part of your body. It supports everything. My back is very weak. It has been since my first pregnancy. The ab exercises helps to strengthen your back as well as your ab muscles. And so it is important to have a strong core. So for me, in my opinion, that's what I want to start with. And it doesn't require putting a lot of weight on your joints, your knees, your ankles, etc., that can cause injury and hurt and just make you not want to continue on exercising. So what I would like to say is that's what I'm going to start off with. I'm going to walk my dog around the block. I will show you her. That's Bridget right there. She's sleeping. She's adorable. She's a Chihuahua Terrier mix. I like small dogs. I like lap dogs. She came from a shelter. My ex-husband got her from a shelter when he was going through another divorce, to kind of cheer my kids up. And then he was abusive towards her and wanted to eventually take her back to the shelter. My kids were really upset, so I said, you know what, I'll take her. I'm not an animal person, and here I am with this dog. I've had her for probably about 3 or 4 years now. So, but she's a good dog, and she's definitely been my faithful companion through a lot of things. So it's safe to say I've become an animal person and even an animal advocate. So anyways, that's a little bit of background about me. I want to go into social work. I'm looking to get a graduate degree. I want to be a therapist. probably an LCSW or an LMFT. Haven't decided which. I worked in the nonprofit sector for a while. I'd like to continue doing that. I do love nonprofits and